In this video, we are talking about Moonbirds, the PFP project released by Proof Collective. As usual, nothing in this video is financial advice. We're not financial advisors. The NFT space is incredibly risky, so always do your own research. If you like the video, smash the like button, hit that subscribe button. It really, really helps us with the YouTube algorithm and these daily NFT videos. Nick, Captain Kicks, Moonbirds, what's up?
Wait, which Nick? Both of us? Because I definitely got some thoughts here. Your boy bought the top. So what I did was I saw the price go straight up, and then while we were on the show, I was like, what you're gonna want to do here is buy the exact top at that moment. So I bought it there. Oh, it's back up to 19. That's nice.
Yeah.
I saw some being sold at 17. So I was down about 4 ETH there on that buy. Look, this thing's going straight to 50 ETH. Don't ask anybody else. That's what we have happening here. I'll be selling it never. You know, we're just gonna diamond hand this to infinity, and so that's what the real alpha is on here. If you buy this at any price, you're a genius. And so I just want everybody to know that. But I did buy it at the top.
Captain Kicks, you bought it too.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I'm a moonbird. I'm a moonbirdie. Wish I could have gotten in a little cheaper, but I got in at 12, so I think I'm in at a good price.
Resloni says, knows Nick sitting on a big bag of cash. It's Nick knows. So get that right. In case you're doing it, it's the inverse way. So remember, I know what's right. Nick knows.
People keep saying they can't see my screen. I don't know what this sudden issue is with screen sharing.
Well, I can, so we're good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see your screen.
Okay, I mean, let me know, ladies and gentlemen, if you can see the screen. But look, Moonbirds, I expected Kicks to buy Moonbirds. I did expect for you to get in a little bit earlier, but nonetheless.
Oh, it is black on the stream. That is interesting.
Well, you gotta love software, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta love it. So it looks like we're not gonna be seeing any Moonbirds. You're just gonna see a few beautiful faces here.
Just imagine an owl going, woo.
Just imagine. Woo. Okay.
Woohoo!
All right, Nick, nice.
Sorry, no, keep talking.
Okay. Well, so well, look, in a lot of these sort of liquidity sucking events, the last time that you saw it, I think, was the Invisible Friends launch. Kicks, you bought Invisible Friends. Are you out of Invisible Friends now?
Yeah.
So, yeah, all right. So you were in and out. But Invisible Friends didn't pump the way people thought. The top of Invisible Friends was right after the mint. It went to 13 ETH right out the bat. The first few sales were at 13, and then it went down. I sold mine at 9. It's hard to tell which way these things are going to go, and that was the most hyped up drop ever. I think this is now basically the most hyped up drop in the sense that we've never seen a pump like this. The numbers broke records, in the first 48 hours. It's crazy.
Yeah. I think part of it is, well, I mean, the thing with Invisible Friends was like, I think people were really hyped about the art, right?
Yeah.
But the actual plans for the project aren't like, I don't know if you've seen their latest roadmap. It's not like this thing's going to make waves and go to 20 plus ETH, right? But like the art, I think people got really caught up in that one with like the art and how cool it was and how unique it was. Moonbirds is on like the polar opposite, right? Where like people aren't necessarily buying in for the art; they're buying in for like everything else. They're buying in for like the roadmap, the game plan, right? And I think the very unique thing about this is that it obviously brought in new liquidity. There's no way all of that volume happened with just like the inside crowd of like daily active traders. It's just impossible. It did what, 60,000 ETH in 24 hours, 60,000 ETH in 24 hours.
So ridiculous. It's more than Pixel Vault. I was looking at their Punk's comic, like all time.
Yeah, that's what I like. Absolutely insane. So the interesting thing is that it's not, because of that, it's not a traditional liquidity drain. And honestly, it's really not a liquidity drain when you consider that like they got it at 2.5 ETH, but like, I mean, that's the equivalent of what Mutant Ape Yacht Club did. Right. But like the secondary volume is what created a lot of probably net liquidity for the community. Right. Because like a bunch of people that got it at 2.5 or got it at 8 or 9 and is flipping it for 20. A lot of those people making those kinds of moves are like active NFT traders, active NFT investors. So like, what's the likelihood that they're going to be taking those funds in getting back in the game, right, and buying up other stuff.
High likelihood. We've seen it with Ape Coin. I looked at the way I played Ape Coin. Talk about irresponsible. I got airdropped so much Ape Coin. I was like, all right, let it fly, and I was just buying everything. You know.
Yo, I know about that. You know what? You know what to do with that. You throw that shit into Moonbirds at the top, baby. That's gonna be like a story we'll be telling at some point. We're gonna be shit. That story's gonna come back at some point. I don't want to remain known for that specific thing. One quick note. Someone asked about have I moved into the Comfort Inn full time? How's the continental breakfast? And it's a Hyatt, and the continental breakfast is good. Although the eggs today were a little bit watery, so they're not that great. I'll be out of here soon enough, though. In terms of this project, though, man, like in all honesty, do you really think that this, like, what's our real target price on the floor price of Moonbirds right now? Like, I was feeling this morning the 30 ETH vibe when I bought it at 21.75.
Yeah.
And then the vibe that I was feeling as soon as I bought it was 15.
Isn't it funny how that works out?
So I mean, Nick, I've seen you FOMO into stuff so hard on the Twitter show. The last time that you did something very similar to this was when Sheet Fighter went to 0.3. I think that's very comparable. Obviously, lower stakes, much lower stakes, but this is totally different, Nick, because Sheet Fighter is by an Anon team, which we think is good. We still think that team is good, but it's not Kevin Rose. It's just not. The other thing is that with the nesting mechanic coming into play next week, and think about it, you talked about new liquidity being brought into the NFT market with Moonbirds. Sheet Fighter did not bring in Silicon Valley VCs and Web 2.0 people to buy Moonbirds, right? So it's totally different. My thoughts are there could be a little bit of a cool off where Moonbird settles at like 12 to 14 ETH. That's me almost having hopium because I will ape in at 12 to 14 ETH. Meaning I'll buy one. I'll buy a single one. But the other side of me is like with nesting, supply squeeze, one decent announcement from Kevin Rose, it's 30 plus like that. Because like my thing is you got a Zuki at the price it's at.
Yeah.
And okay, it's a good team. Who's the team? I'm not even hating. They probably are a good team. But you just hear it's a good team. The art is really good. They throw good parties. 30 ETH floor, 10,000 mints, you know?
Dude, our party is going to be pretty decent, and this is just offensive, you know? Like, it's really offensive the way that our floor is operating at this point in time. And you hear very similar things, like, wow, that guy Nifty Nick sold a blog before. Like, wow, Pio was a director in LA. Wow, Captain Kicks, very successful online digital advertiser. And so, like, these are the types of things that people say in the streets, and it's sort of weird how people are, not treating our project the same way. You know, I'm just kind of offended. That's kind of how I'm feeling about it at the moment. But, you know, it's all good. We're going to emotionally recover, and we're definitely, don't worry. Like, I think that this NFT, ours, if you're looking at the chart, it's going to go like that. I have a very limited window here, by the way, that I'm able to actually do. So it's going to be like that. Okay. Maybe a little bit of that curve straight to the top. How about that?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see it, consolidate for a little while here. Cause I mean, there's still got to be a few thousand of those NFTs, like where the, average cost is quite low, right? At least 1,000, at least 1,500. But I mean, a lot of people's average cost is high, like, right? Like the net average cost for the project's probably like around 10 or 12, just with how much volume has been trading around. And I mean, it's slowed down, but it's still selling like 12 of these an hour at
which is bonkers.
20
man.
ETH floor, right? Yeah. Like it's doing 250 ETH in volume every hour, just casually.
Kevin Rose can afford some nice bottles of San Francisco Valley wine or whatever, like with the royalties from this shit. Nick, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, just real quick. I noticed that user Dickenzas, spelled D-I-C-K Enzas, was commenting on the need for pushing the founder narrative more. Didn't know that I sold a blog. It was a full-blown publishing media business for millions of dollars. But I always like taking advice from Dickenza. and we will. We do actually need to do that.
Yeah, Nick
So-
was a celebrity in San Francisco during Web 2.0. He interviewed Mark Zuckerberg in person multiple times, but then Mark Zuckerberg said he wasn't interested in you interviewing him anymore. Isn't that correct?
He got tired of it. Yeah, it got bad after I was talking shit about Facebook. So that was because, dude, they were like ruining the world, and so my tone on them became more bearish. I'd also just kind of insult them periodically, which is something that you're seeing a little bit of that sort of bubble up once again, and offending some people. Fortunately, it's not clear who's running Facebook in this decentralized world that we live in, but there's no doubt that I'm going to fucking insult them. So that's going to happen at some point, and
Yeah,
that's
you may
really,
like not
really
even.
bullish.
They may not even let you in potentially. I mean,
Yeah, well, there's
into the Facebook metaverse.
You know, that's why you know why I bought the owl today? It had to do with that. It had to do with the fact that, like, God forbid I'm not part of this damn cult, and I miss out on the opportunity to hang out with all the elitist people.
I got real cold vibes. Like, I'm getting like CryptoPunks vibes all over again. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you don't have a Moonbird 6 months from now, and it's just like people don't pick up your phone calls.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You're calling around, and
they're like, yeah, they're like, wait, what happened? Where I don't know who the fuck you are. Sorry, can't click.
Yeah.
But in terms of, I did go to the Proof Lounge, and the Moonbird Lounge. I can't see the Proof one, so I have no idea. But right now, a lot of the conversation is obviously about Moonbirds and this current pump, and a lot of people saying, "Yo, you got to respect the pump. You gotta hold on. You gotta
respect that."
Dude, you don't want to list it right then. Those are the types of things that they're saying. I mean, I can even read off to you. One said, "Hey," followed by an owl emoji and a yacht emoji. So they're going to be on a yacht. That was the most recent message. I see another one here from Flowing37. GM. Sosa responded to Ryan Carson. GM. So that's the type of alpha that you're getting in that Discord right now. So shout out to the Moonbirds Discord. Love y'all.
There's a lot of phone calls in there. It's very exclusive. You know, it's one-on-one.
Very exclusive.
Networking. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, hey, we got a network.
Yeah.
You know, I love it when you just pop into the Discord and you just start networking. You know, you're doing deals. Like that's really what I'm about. Well, but that is actually pretty cool. But I do think calling it networking is funny.
To be fair, Nifty Portal, our Discord, is hands down the best fucking Discord in the entire space. As someone who's in a bunch of the Discords, I'm just telling you straight up, the energy in there is better than literally any of the other Discords that I'm in, including Bored Ape Yacht Club, as a verified member with a very expensive asset, if you were not familiar with that. With inside of the Proof Discord, with a very expensive asset, as you're maybe aware. I'm just out here just throwing money around like it doesn't even care, like I don't care, like it doesn't matter. Let me tell you, that's gonna be a massive regret a little bit down the road here. Do not get me wrong.
So one of our mods, Slime, just wrote in all caps in our Discord, "We are superior," and so that just gives you an idea of the caliber,
the
of Discord,
elitism,
the elitism.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, me personally, I think that Moonbirds is gonna make it's a good bet. It's a good thing to be in. I mean, what we got to think about though is after Moonbirds, now we got the YugaLabs sale. So what's that going to do, right? That's a pretty big back to back. There's a lot of. I mean, think about this year how much primary volume or like how much primary sales have been. Like you had like Pixelmon, like 70
million. That one
million.
just makes me feel so weird, man. It just bothers me so much that they took 70 million out on a primary sale. But yeah, go ahead.
How much did World Woman Galaxy do? 30 million?
Yes, that was a good amount. By the way, Ryan Carson of Proof Collective is in the audience right now.
Oh shit!
Let's go,
shout
Ryan.
Shout out Ryan. We got two owls right here, and then one guy, me. I'm way too cool to be an owl, Ryan. Come on.
Yo,
if you DM me and you try to persuade me, I'll become an owl. You know, that's how I'm hard to get. I'm hard to get, Ryan.
Pio's also going to need a little more ETH to join this elite club.
That's not
okay?
true. That's not true. It's not about the money, man. But and someone also asked, Ryan said, "What's up? What's up?" Is we're talking about Moonbirds, buddy. Someone asked how to get in our Discord. It is by buying our NFT, the Nifty Portal, which is like the
0.186. It's basically less than 1/100th of what I paid for a Moonbird this morning live on our show. So if you're trying to view relative cost, ours is 1/100th of the price of a Moonbird. So I just want to be clear about that. There's not a comparison here outside of the fact that it's incomparable. But I will, no shade to Ryan, who's not in our Discord right now for whatever reason. You may want to join there to find out what a bomb-ass Discord is like. But I'm in the Moonbirds one also, and it's pretty good. But do join the Nifty Portal one. It's phenomenal.
$210 million in OpenSea volume in 48 hours. That's
never
that's
seen
wild.
it before. We've never seen it before. And so here's something serious that I thought about when I was watching this face melting pump of Moonbirds. Is it's really hard to look at an art-based project now and think that that has real intrinsic value. You look at Bored Ape Yacht Club, and because YugaLabs has basically established itself as a Web3 powerhouse corporation, in under 1 year, which is completely bonkers. You look at that, and then I look at my mutant ape, and I say, okay, cool, I'm comfortable holding the mutant ape. But even an entity like World of Women, I look at my World of Women Galaxy now, and I say, well, what comes next for this art-based project?
Exactly.
Because it's like, look, we were talking about the cartons before, the Cole Bennett project. I really like holding that right now because it's a Gary V style VFriends play. Like I've been saying
Let's not discuss that project.
I've been
right
saying
now.
this, that we used to say utility was what the noob said, because like for a long time it was a utility, then it got played out, and now we're back to it. We're back to utility. And really, this is the top of utility because Moonbirds is an ultimate utility play, and Vayner Sports and all these other utility plays. I just feel better about having them.
It's the utility plus founders. I feel like what we're actually doing, if you're in the venture world, you're basically basing 90% of your decision on the founding team, especially at the early stage of that company. Actually, it's closer to 100% at the first stage, seed round, even Series A sometimes. So in this case, though, it's sort of a weird thing where you're able to extract a lot more money right out of the gate. I think with Moonbirds in particular, though, this is an insane amount of volume that we haven't seen ever. The floor has surpassed Doodles already, which is just insane from a collectible standpoint.
That really is crazy.
And so what is causing you to do is it's in this moment, and the problem is the way that this works usually is that like you have these momentary experiences where you're saying like, wait, hold on. So this one has gone past Doodles in this period of time. Should I be holding a Doodle? Should I be like you're saying? Should I be holding World of Women? Should I actually instead be going and looking at a smaller pool of projects that have the potential to do this sort of run? The other question here, though, is like, where does this go from here? Does Proof Collective, does that NFT go to 250 ETH floor? Like, I haven't seen many sustain above 100. It's at 100, which is bonkers, maybe higher. I don't know. I haven't checked recently. Fidenza's tried to do that with no utility. So
Fidenza is the fine art angle, right? But what is the Proof angle and what is the Bored Ape Yacht Club angle? It's the elite club angle. And if anything's going to be able to sustain an over 100 ETH floor that isn't a fine art play like a Basquiat or a Picasso, I have to think it'll be the elite club. And someone had
you'd almost want to price it like the equivalent, like almost consider it like a rare ape in the ape collection. Like that's what like the Proof. Yeah, that's what the Proof pass should probably be priced at relative to Moonbirds. It should probably, trade at least 5 times higher or something like that. Because you'll think that Proof passes, they'll probably also get like X amount of the metaverse drop in high rise and like X amount if they do like a companion drop or something like that. Like they'll
Ryan's also saying Grails, wait till Grails season 2. What I'm wondering is how many pieces am I going to get for having one Moonbird? Probably a lot. That's my guess. How many? Like 5
You know what's wild?
unique one of one X copies?
Someone dumped a proof to an offer at 30 ETH the day that Moonbirds dropped, and then it's back up to 100.
Yeah, that guy's dead. Like, people just die every time they do these companion drops. Like, people were just dying left and right when Ape Coin dropped, and people were selling apes at like 60 ETH, and they went back to 100. Like, literal just death. Like, you're watching death on the blockchain. Real quick, I just want to call out one comment. Daniel Tierney said, "Are you kidding? Moonbirds doesn't undo art by being the ultimate utility play. $1,000 million painting." That's a very expensive painting, Daniel. But I think you meant $1 million painting on the wall doesn't do shit.
Well, that's $1 billion, 1,000 times a million. But go ahead.
Right. So Daniel, the thing is, I wasn't comparing a collection like Proof to a one-of-one piece of artwork by an X copy, a Hackatow, or a Beeple. That's not the comparison that I was making. I was comparing it to World of Women, which, yes, it is an art play, but it is a 10,000-piece collectibles collection, just like Bored Ape Yacht Club is. However, Bored Ape Yacht Club gets you into the elite club. So I'm talking about collectibles being apples to apples. When you have a 10,000 supply of something, like the supply of Moonbirds, 10,000 is a lot.
You want to know the best part of being in an elite club? Knowing that you're an elite club. Literally nothing about the club actually usually provides a ton of value. Like most people that are making fuck tons of money, they're not actually in actively developing and generating that wealth. They're not hanging out in the club most of the time. That's my only issue with like elite clubs. If you go in the Bored Ape Yacht Club Discord, I feel like 50% of the comments in that Discord are actually from people who are not members of the club. And I don't ever like hang out in the Bored Ape only one, which I should. I should go check it out to actually see what's going on there. But I feel like anything that's priced at an inaccessible level, it's really difficult. But more importantly, it's very, very difficult to develop community under those prices. The one that I have seen do it is Doodles. And if this is comparable to Doodles, maybe I bought like the top and this actually is sort of the upper floor for this. No. But I was thinking more like 25, 30 ETH at least.
You do not have to worry, dude. Even if it dips, I'm telling you, you don't have to worry.
I'm not worried about that. I'm not saying this is not a fear-based comment. It's more that like at different levels, there's different holders. And so like, and there's a lot of people that I see in the Bored Ape Yacht Club community, which are very, very new money. And I still am as well, to be honest. And I think from that standpoint, new money people, when the money comes in, they don't really value it. You know, like you don't value that actual cash. And so what happens is you'll buy more apes and more mutants and more whatever, basically. And you just keep expanding that thing. But like, what do you end up what you're not buying it for access at that point. Like it's just like you're just doing it to keep increasing a portfolio. Mm-hmm. But all of the value and utility that we're describing is completely disconnected from that aspect of things. So that's the thing that I wonder about. Is like whoever's saying Bored Ape Yacht Club community. It's more. I will say that boat trip that was really fun at NFT NYC. Yeah, that was really awesome. Good. But like. How many of those? A lot of
nice guys there.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing. Is like, how do you retain that at that price? So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see, because at a certain point you're sort of like, damn, I have a $500,000 asset and my total net worth is $600,000. Like at that point you're sort of wondering, or 550, right? Like what are you hanging out with like an idiot at that point? Like who's hanging out at that part? Like. Or are we geniuses? I don't know. It's difficult to say. So anyways.
The bottom line is that the new way to do elite clubs is through NFTs. That's just it. Like that's how it works now. You know, I'm sure Soho Club will revise their membership so that it's an NFT in the future. It's just more lucrative for the creator of the club because then you get those secondary market royalties. There really isn't a firm understanding by people outside of the Web3 space how essential the royalty factor and the ease of transfer is is for these digital assets, right? So I forget who I was, what kind of example I was giving, but I was saying like, Rolex. I was saying, if Rolex wants to do something as an NFT, do a 10% royalty. I'm telling you to do it because it's not supposed to be traded like a collectible, and you're supposed to be incentivized to do something that rewards NFT holders. Well, the way that you do that is you look at that secondary volume traded. I don't know what the royalty is. I think Ryan, when he came on our show, maybe said that the royalty on Moonbirds is 5%. Does that ring a bell? Is that right? Something like
I
that,
haven't
right?
checked.
Yeah.
But
So
Yeah.
however much volume they did in these 2 days, they got a 5% royalty on it. It's a lot of money. I'm sorry, everyone. Do some math. It's a lot of money. And people really don't understand. Like Doodles had a 6-figure day in terms of royalties before, and I remember being so blown away by that. And the fact that Moonbirds has flipped Doodles in 2 days tells you absolutely everything. It is insane. And it's just the new model to do this stuff. So you're going to see more and more. Clearly, Kevin Rose comes from the technology
Oh,
world.
shit.
He's an early adopter. What are you saying holy shit about?
Sour D said, "You look like an NFT." Oh, damn.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
I don't know what that means.
You're an NFT. He is an NFT.
Then someone said I sound like Joe Biden. What the fuck? What are we saying now?
It was a joke. I just read the thing. I thought it was funny. Continue on.
No, I know. Like I'm confused. I'm frozen. Oh, that's why.
No, you're not.
No, I am. They're posting screenshots. I'm pixelated. If you can hear me though, then that's good to go. But
It's weird. We're seeing you, so it's Pio's computer. is
Restream
just-
not doing too hot today, or is it?
Yeah, I think it's Restream. yeah.
everybody's short restream. Jesus Christ! Like you can't
Okay,
even do.
Woo!
Good God, we are in the top 1%.
Remember how we were going to actually use another software that we've actively purchased that you were going to learn how to use?
No, I don't remember that, man.
Remember that?
Nah, I don't remember that. Sorry, I forgot.
You didn't get to that task, huh?
Yeah, exactly. The other thing is that we're in the top 1% of Restream users, so I feel like our word should carry some weight. But anyway, so look, any closing thoughts on Moonbirds? Like, then we can talk about what's happening to the broader market.
Remember, I got to
around
leave
this.
in 4 minutes, so that's what I'll be doing.
Okay, so he's going to leave. But look, this is a big deal. It's a big project. I'm praying for a pullback. I think it's up only, though.
Look, I'm in Moonbirds. I'm interested to see where this runs. I got a feeling that it keeps on running. After seeing the way that the proof NFT has gone with price, there's a large enough group of people. There's over 950, I think. I don't know how many people own 2. It's a limited subset. I forget who I was chatting with the other day that owns 2. And they were like, "I'm very elite." And I was like, wow, very, but now I'm very elite, right? I got a Bored Ape and I got myself.
That's a multiplier. That's a multiplier. That gets you into even more exclusive events. If you owned a CryptoPunk, you would be in like the upper tranche of just.
We're gonna make a
network.
room for that in our Discord actually coming up. We're pleased to announce that we're gonna do a Moon Ape and NFT. Yeah, it was AJ. A Moon Ape that room, and it's gonna be like at least me in there talking, and maybe like I don't know. There might be like 1 or 2 other people. That are in there, so really, very exclusive. And then I'm gonna mint an NFT for that, and just take that directly out of the business. So that's where I'm
Smart
headed with this. Yeah, because like, fuck long-term investing, you know.
Oh, for sure. My closing thoughts on it is I think that Moonbirds just like further validates like my overall thesis for at least a significant time until we get to the next like. If we get to the next parabolic like volume pump,
Yep.
the money is in the new plays, meaning that like if you've sat in a lot of different projects since February, you're just flat. You've been flat for 2 months, 2.5 months, whatever you want to call it, right? And I just see like all of these all of these opportunities coming up that are like the new plays, like pre-mint, like Moonbirds, like Gutter Juice, Wow G if you got out when it was at 1.5, right? Or 2 even. Yeah, I got up pretty high there at one period of time. But yeah, I think a lot of the opportunity is in the new plays. And I think like unless we see a parabolic move in volume again, a lot of stuff is just going to chop. It's just, it's just going to be chopping in its range. You'll have select projects that'll move up, right? So like the last big thing we had was Azuki going on a big run, right? And we have like things range, but like you're not seeing that like sector wide breakout, because that can only happen with a lot of volume. So I just think that there's always a desire for a new thing. People want new shiny stuff. You know what I mean? It's just more fun. It's more fun to speculate on Moonbirds today than it is to speculate on any other project and what they're doing, right? It's just like it's human nature for us to like new cool things that come up. That's why we buy new cars all the time. That's why we buy new electronics and gadgets. It's just in our nature. So I feel like this year, like I'm going to keep trying to get in on the new plays, or it's a new hot thing. It has the attention. And then I think a lot of other stuff is just going to range.
Yeah. I mean, I think that you're right about all of that. There are some examples of breakouts for established projects, like a Croclip's breaking 1 ETH floor right now. 10K TF on an absolute heater.
Yeah.
Just, 10K TF
Totally.
price discovery going on right now. And I think that, and actually, V-Friends, the Gary V stuff is doing really well right now, probably because
Did I sell on my 10K TF? That's a good one to go after right now. Sell some of those, make a little more cash.
I bought Super Clean Cloth, which is one of the disposable materials in 10K TF 12 days ago after I saw Bert from our Discord buy some. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll buy some of that 10K TF right now. It was super cheap. I bought 3 of them for 0.24 with a single gas fee. I sold 1 out of the 3 for 0.24 today. Like, I love 10K TF when it's pumping. It's the best.
Oh, it's the best because there's so many diamond handers in there. That's not a lot of supply. And in your spot on, Pio, like it. But if you notice a trend to all of the projects that you like laid out, there's like utility or unique utility to them, right? Like a Croclip's, why is it moving? 10K TF, why is that moving?
Yep.
You know what I mean? That you mentioned it earlier, the kind of utility driven narrative behind these projects is actually acting a lot stronger than just pure play art driven projects.
Exactly.
And that's been the trend.
And what you're talking about, what happened in January? Basically, we were going off of vibes.
Yeah.
Smiles verse goes to 2.5 ETH. Deadfellas goes on a face melter to 6 ETH because the vibes were strong in those and the art was dope. Now it's like, well, what's the utility? And if the stronger the utility, the stronger the pump is right now.
Yeah. And that's the play. I mean, Blockspot says, sorry, Croc's nearly 1.2 ETH and minted 60 at 0.07.
Blockspot, good God.
So that's
diamond handed up to
that's
this
like
point?
6 ETH to 72 ETH, or maybe even less, 5 ETH to 72 ETH. That's a big play.
Blockspot, man, you got to get on the phone with us. We're looking for a block consultant, buddy. I want to get in on the next one. Let's go.
There's a bunch of, I'm trying, man, it's difficult flipping. My strategy at this point has been, I want to accumulate ones that I have high conviction in.
Yeah.
The Moonbirds one is a ballsy bet. Like Pio called me yesterday and was like, yo, man, I'm having serious Moonbirds FOMO. Should we buy in? That was at 13. And I was like, Pio.
You thought it was better to buy
at
21.
I was like, I said at that time, Pio, fuck no. I don't buy anything for over 3 ETH. That's my money.
Oh,
that's my move. How the turntable. That's how I was like, there's no way that I'm doing that. And then this morning I'm on there and I'm like, fuck it, liquidate Ape Coin. Your boy's going all in. We're dropping my balls on the table of this show, literally, and then just being like, yeah, I'll drop 65 grand real quick.
Oh man, that was fun. I love euphoria moves like that, dude. It's just a good time. But yeah, I had the same kind of thing. I literally got home after a long Saturday of doing Easter related activities, and I check my phone to see where Moonbirds are at, and it's at 9.2. And I go do things around the house for 45 minutes, and it's at 10.5. And then I go down to my computer, and by the time I get down to my computer, I'm failing transactions trying to buy at 11 to 11.5, and
Damn.
Ended up getting in at 12. But yeah, sometimes you just feel it. I remember when I bought those 3 punks at 30 ETH, it was the same kind of feeling. It was just this is something different happening. Like this is something like wild happening, and that's like the same kind of feeling. I was actually expecting like more follow through with like all of the liquidity that it generated into the market, but I still think that people are kind of like they're more comfortable keeping stuff on the sidelines right now.
Yeah. YugaLabs land sale is still coming up, and people want to get in on that. Were you failing transactions between 11 and 11.5 with NFT nerds?
No, because I'm an idiot. I let my subscription expire. I would have been able to get them there. So that's just like I cost myself an ETH by not paying a half an ETH or 6 months. Like, how stupid is that?
It's good, right? NFT nerds is good.
And you get the rarities on them like right away. So like when you're trying to snipe, you can snipe really well. Yeah,
Sneaky Ninja Pants, who now is in our Discord and listens to our morning show. Shout out to Sneaky Ninja Pants. He still apparently doesn't want to come on the stage and speak despite multiple invites, but it's okay. We love having you in the Discord and hope that you'll come on stage someday. He pointed out one particular feature from NFT Nerds that he said is the single most important metric to measure in the NFT space right now.
What is that? What the hell is this?
So number one, I don't remember what it is, but I wanted
What? Come on, you can't do that. Okay.
I knew
Get
if
ready.
I roasted you on that response, that Kix would think it was funny. So that was for me.
Someone said Nick did not leave in 4 minutes. Into that, I'm happy. I had an appointment, and then I texted with the person. They were like, "Nope, you don't." And I was like, "All right, we're gonna keep this bad boy rolling."
Well, okay, and look, here's something else: is Dickenzas, who just bought a portal and hopped into the Discord. So shout out to Dickenzas.
Shout out to Kansas.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's a big move.
That's a big move by Dickenza.
Big move.
And then right now, Dickenza goes, there's a morning show. Yes, Dickenzas, there's a morning show. Our highest impact content is our morning show on Twitter that happens from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Eastern time every Monday through Friday on Twitter. It is the biggest NFT daily show in the entire space, if I do say so myself, in terms of audience size. And I'd love to see you in the audience, Dickenza. Maybe even come on the stage and tell us about your Dickenza energy, you know?
Love it.
But I do think a lot of people, especially West Coasters, because it's so early, don't know about the morning show. Subscribe to the podcast. Subscribe to the podcast. Type in NFT Alpha on Apple Podcasts or Spotify and get in on that podcast. I see Ty. Is this my homie Depeche Node? No, he already swept the floor on portals. But Ty says he's buying a portal, so that's what I'm talking about. Ty asked, "What about the carton?" We'll talk about the carton on a different show, buddy.
Yo, we're going to save that for another one. Let's just say you're not going to want to buy it, okay? You're not going to want to buy it just yet, okay?
Not yet, not
just
yet.
Don't buy it yet. Thank you.
Nick's furiously trying to get liquidity.
That one is...
He's like selling more.
I may have to sell a Moonbird for this one.
So I'm gonna BitBoy Pio the carton real quick. It's like, hey, look. So I'm gonna tell you right now, we're looking at it. We're looking at it, okay? But we're not ready to give you that buy signal just yet, okay? So we're doing our research, right? We got proprietary tools that you guys don't have. We got the tools and the knowledge, right? So we got our team on it. We're all over it, man. We're working around the clock. But we will let you know once it's a buy, and at that time we will probably have accumulated a very large position. Yeah.
Yep.
At that time, yeah, exactly. But for now, we don't think it's a buy just yet. And so remember, it's not nothing on the show is financial advice. But yeah, you're going to want to hold off on it. We would like to really time the market perfectly. And so that's what we're always looking for, is just properly timing the market. So we always appreciate, all the thoughts from everybody else about this. Let's move on to another. Brett, we'd appreciate if you don't post those types of things in the comments. Thank you. Let's move on from this project onto another one. Anybody?
I mean, we can talk about more. I was going to be ready to wrap.
Oh, you're ready?
Yeah, we're wrapping, Nick. Come on, you got to pick up on the vibe.
Also, shout out to everybody who watched the meditation the other day. I was listening to music, but no one else was listening to the music,
you could barely hear it.
It wasn't in the stream. That's because it was coming from my headphones. So you guys were just nodding your head, not letting me know that there was no music coming through.
You were speaking so well. I didn't want to interrupt you.
Well, I really appreciate it. Next time, what I'm setting up, so I am in the process of switching apartments, and in the new apartment, I would not be surprised to see a live meditation room dedicated to peaceful NFT meditations. So
Whoa.
we'll be bringing more of those. I'm in the process of looking for some robes. If there's any robes that you would recommend that would do well in a meditation space, please let us know. Would really, really appreciate that.
Wow. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, this show, like all shows, is sponsored by FTX. Go to the nifty.com/FTX on your web browser or on the FTX mobile app. Sign up with the code THENIFTY. There's gasless transactions on NFTs, some of the lowest fees in the business to acquire cryptocurrency, and bonuses for every cryptocurrency purchase over $10. You can also send cryptocurrency on chain off of side chains like Avalanche, Polygon, and whatever directly into FTX on that same chain. The folks at FTX are technical AF. They're building out a powerful platform. They're traders. They know what the hell is going on. They sponsor us. That means they're either geniuses or they're crazy. So make sure you support the nifty.com/FTX or the Nifty on the FTX mobile app. Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to see, just a quick test. Are you able to hear the music now?
Now we hear it, yeah.
Oh,
you hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Good.
That's for the next time. There you go. Sorry, let's wrap up that FTX meditation. Or maybe we wrap it up with a quick little FTX.
Sponsored meditation? FTX sponsored meditation?
Yeah, I mean, I just think it would be great. Remember, breathe in and let out all of that FOMO that you had about Moonbirds that continued to pump all the way up to over 20 ETH right at where I purchased it. And breathe out all of those feelings. You want to only breathe in that positivity, positive vibes, positive market. I can't even speak. Positive market action. We're looking for volume. We want floors rising. We want to breathe in that type of air, all provided by FTX.
Gains.
And then let out all that negativity that came from some of those lesser crypto market places,
Drugs.
Only breathe in that positive FTX air at the nifty.com/FTX.
FTX.
They offer that for you all day long, 24/7. The crypto markets are open.
You can buy any coin you want.
Sam Bankman-Fried.
Sam Bankman-Fried, our daddy.
They also sponsor the Miami Heat. It's kind of a big deal.
They also sponsor the Curb Your Enthusiasm guy, Larry David.
Great
Larry
guy.
David.
I'm a big fan.
We're basically one and the same.
They sponsor Steph Curry too.
My brother-in-laws.
And Tom Brady. He's a good-looking guy.
They'll all be coming on the show very soon.
They're going to be on the show if you buy a portal and sign up to FTX with our link.
Hey, well, now that you all know that was the music that was supposed to be playing for last time, we'll be bringing that back into the future in a full-blown meditation room.
Yeah.
So get ready for that. I'm gonna have, fucking rocks hanging off of the side of the wall. Some what do you call those things? Crystals.
Oh, you need that. I got a hookup for you on the crystals, man.
Candles.
Power crystals.
Candles and scents.
Aromatherapy.
I can't even smell right now. I mean, there's a good chance I have COVID at the moment. I'm gonna be completely honest. I may be a super spreader.
You know how
at
many
this point
times
in time.
Nick said there's a good chance he has COVID?
Well, I haven't been able to smell for days, and I have a giant nose, so it's kind of weird. It's sort of concerning that I still can't fucking smell. You'd imagine that a lot of scents would be hoovered up this thing, but no, it's not coming in.
But
so
you're
I don't
not
know
letting
what's
it
going
keep you down.
I'm not letting it keep me down.
You can still taste sugar.
Thanks for pointing out some of my other problems. Appreciate that.
Still get one of them $8 ice cream
So
sandwiches.
$8 ice cream bars we were having. Didn't realize that they were that expensive until the end of the trip 1 month in. I was like, wow, these bills are quite expensive.
I thought they were $5.99 max.
I thought these are $8 ice cream bars. That's what we're eating in Cape Cod. Hey, shout out to everybody for joining. Shout out to FTX. Thank you.
FTX sponsored some $8 ice cream bars. That was pretty cool.
So
Gourmet.
appreciate it. We'll see you on the next episode. Remember, smash that subscribe, lick that like, and You
See
know,
you in the portal chat.
see in the portal chat.
See you in the portal chat.
If you can't afford a Moonbird
You can
Buy
afford
a portal.
for 1/100th of the cost, but at least 50% of the value, you know, that's called mispricing.
DM me on Twitter if you have questions about the portal. Literally just DM me and say, I have questions about the portal, and I'll answer.
Someone posted that comment on there. They said, I did DM you and you didn't respond.
Who?
Someone in the comments. I don't know. Look back through the comments. I'm just letting you know that went down.
DM me on Twitter and just say, I have a question about the portal. Like that's the DM, and I'm going to answer that every time.
Hey, well, this has been real. Yo,
See you
peace
guys.
out.